Alright, welcome back to That Variety Nerd. I'm Christina, and today we are doing something a little bit different here on this channel. Today we are actually renovating and remodeling our first office, and we are purchasing our next home. Or at least I think we are. So before we dive into the renovations, I just want to give a quick disclosure that it's probably going to be more like a speed build because it's going to take me quite a lot of time to renovate this place because we're making it work. And so we have $57,000 that we can play with. And that means that we can basically get anything from the many generations house and above, which is really exciting. We could go with this cute little abandoned house, this cute little burned house, the almost only a garden house, the connoisseur's house, house with uninvited guests, camping bungalow, the house after the flood, or the many generations house. And so we're just going to go through each of these little options right here. Just take a look at some screenshots. This looks pretty small, but I think it looks like an upgrade. Might not look like it from the screenshots, but it's fine. So this is a house from the 1950s with an original layout of the rooms. For general renovation, a large plot. I think that's fair. Almost only a garden. Again, this is literally meant to just be like a very much bare bones, like studio at most, very much just an office space, and go from there. That came in the garden DLC pack. And then this is what house was it called? The burned house. So this is the burned house. Again, I will sell for renovation if fire broke out in the home, but the house did not suffer too much, and I estimate its condition is good. The house has 2 rooms, a kitchen, and a bathroom, which is plenty great for us. Might not look like it at first, but it's plenty good for us. So we can start at one of these little starter homes that are in the 30s, and then this one's also the last one that's in the 30s as well, just because we want to make sure that we have room for renovations. Small house with a plot of land for renovation but fully equipped. So I think what we're going to do, we might just go in order. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But the abandoned house, it looks pretty promising. As I can sort of see, it has 1 floor. It looks like it at least has room for, at least has enough, it has a little bit more room than what we have right now. Because that one's, yeah, we only have 20 square meters of land. That one's like almost twice that. So that's going to be an upgrade. This might be a downgrade, but we could use that as like the next little office space if we decide to do that. But yeah, I wanted to just do a quick little video for this wonderful Thursday. That'll be the time that this is uploaded, hopefully. And we're just going to dive right into renovating. It'll be sort of like one of my speed build videos where we just sort of breeze right through it. I'll do a voiceover over it. And that way, hopefully we can get into actually buying and flipping a new little office for us, hopefully in the next part. Alright, and so here we are into the speed renovation. Most of this is gardening, but hey, I wanted to get out of this place. I think that's pretty clear just by the rate this is going. And again, I'm sorry that this can be a very much probably longer episode than intended, but I want to just go through and just renovate this place before we decide to move. It needed some much needed attention, some renovations, and it needed to have a little bit of character and color, and I felt that was what was needed. Now here's the kicker that I found out early on. We don't have the tiling and paneling feature yet, so the exterior in terms of like the paneling, it's still the same, and I had to go a different direction with how I wanted to approach the bathroom, such as like not doing panels or tiles rather, and do the green paint because I figured, well, it's close enough, right? So that was where we were going. I wanted to at least give a little bit of just love to the front yard, increase its curb appeal just a little bit. I felt like that was needed. And yeah, so again, I usually do this in The Sims, but today we're doing this in House Flippers, so go figure. Once we start flipping houses, I'm not going to have like these speed build type videos, or at least I don't think I won't. I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to work that out. But for right now, just sit back, enjoy the video with a cup of coffee, And it's again mostly a it's mostly we're gardening. We're trying to increase a bunch of different skills while we're renovating this, such as the gardening skill, for example, or the gardening perk rather. But you know what? They're close enough, I think. Right? Right. So yeah, this is actually really different color palette than I would usually work with. But for me, it's sort of like, oh, cool, we're going to try something different, try something new. And again, we got to put some color in this place. And in the next part, after we're done renovating and speed modeling and all that stuff, I'm going to go through and walk you through the process of purchasing a house, moving your office over, and upgrading just everything in general. And I think in the next video, we're going to get a couple more jobs done before we start really diving deep into our new house. And the new house is really cool. It has one bedroom. Well, it's not really cool, but you get my point. It has this kitchenette, but we're going to open up that space a little bit more and make it a big, wide open, like living, dining, and kitchen area, and then we'll have a bathroom and a bedroom all together. So yeah, the next place at least has a bedroom, which is great. It has a big yard, and it's been abandoned, and we don't want these houses to be abandoned. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to dive into that house even more. I even created a separate save off screen just so that I can continue to play this game, and I've just had so much fun with it. I truly love House Flipper. And if you're like me and you're more into the building aspects and like The Sims or any sort of games like that, this is probably the game for you, I would say, because it's oddly relaxing. Like I spent I think 5 hours off screen in my off screen save just painting and just getting better at my different skills and upgrading everything and tearing down walls, and it was wonderful and fulfilling. But yeah, I haven't really played around too much with like lawn mowing, so I was trying to figure out ways and sorry if you all are getting dizzy with this like I am right now while recording this voiceover, but I wanted to see what would be the best way to hopefully maybe upgrade the gardening skill a little bit, because this mowing the lawn stuff, like there needs to be a better way to go about this. There's also moles, I believe. Yeah, there's moles. As we sort of see, we upgrade the gardening skill to include, I think it's the higher, we got grass and weeds. So grass and weeds will come up on the map. The weeds actually come up in both maps, which is really nice. The grass comes up only if you have the grass cutter out, such as this case. And we really get our skills up with gardening in this one, and you'll see that for sure. We just upgraded it right here. And then we have plants to tend to, which is really great. We include, like, oh god, I lost track eventually, but much of this renovation is just me planting stuff. But that's fine. It's oddly relaxing. And we're going to go through every single house because that's what a Let's Play is for. We got to go through everything. Well, I feel like that's more of a walkthrough, not so much a Let's Play. But I feel like it's sort of the same thing in this case because we're going through DLC, we're going through the apocalypse survival sort of stuff, we're going through the gardening DLC, we're going through the base game stuff. And we're just going from there. We're having fun with this. It's oddly relaxing. So by the time this video is uploaded, it should be Thursday, I believe. And so over the weekend, we'll go into more of the jobs and go from there. And yeah, so I've been uploading more of the House Flipper stuff than Sim stuff, mostly because House Flipper, like, there's a lot going on for it. And to me, it's sort of like when I heard that there was new DLC coming out, I'm like, oh, this is good timing. I'm starting this YouTube channel. There's new DLC that's out. So yeah, if you're into Sim stuff, I'm still going to keep it on Mondays and Wednesdays. There might be cases where I might do double uploads, but we'll see. I'm looking actually to hopefully upload a speed build that I recorded. Oh God, when did I record that speed build? I had this really cool speed build. It's a loft for The Sims 4. Let's see what we got here. I recorded it. Oh, I actually had to create a separate folder for it. But yeah, I created this loft inspired sort of build. Oh God, on the 21st. So, yeah, I mean, it'll be the 31st when it's uploaded. So what, 10 days later? But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's really cool. It's quirky. It's very just chill and modern. And I really love how it turned out, and I hope you all will like it too. But I wanted to do more building sort of things on this channel because I feel like I'm a builder at heart when it comes to video games. I like to build worlds. I like to create things. I like being creative. It's relaxing. And I like showcasing the new gameplay that comes with these sort of objects. So again, I want to just speed this little part up, but the whole video is going to be a little lengthy, so keep that in mind. But I think it's worth it because we really needed to renovate this place. And we're working mostly on the exterior a little bit because I know it needed a little bit of love. But we also dive into the interior right towards the end, I believe, in the last third or so. And yeah, we basically got the bathroom pretty much sort of situated, I think. I don't know if we installed anything or not. It just shows how out of it I am. But I really, really, really liked how this turned out. Just in general, I think it's bright. It adds a little bit of character, and it includes some color in there too. And again, if you have the panels and tiling, then you can obviously improve the exterior as well. That's what I did in my off-screen gameplay, which I personally just have a lot of fun with. And yeah, these plants are really hard to put together. So what I end up doing is that I go with this sort of mini pine tree almost, just a very short little pine trees along the curb or along the sidewalk rather. And I think it turned out really nicely. I can't really complain about how they turned out. So yeah, if they're ever sort of stuck like that, and I kind of found a little bit of wiggle room way around it, you just have to move them like a hair and then move it back and then it should be fine. It's just I don't know why it does that. Maybe it's just a quirky thing, but I don't know. But yeah, I really enjoyed just renovating this thing finally because we've spent so much time, and not to mention this is I believe what part 10? I think, by the time that this is uploaded. Pretty positive it's part 10. Let's triple check while we're at it. Should be part 10. Even if it's not the case, we're due for one of these kind of episodes because we've been doing jobs, gardening, 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 jobs for like the longest time, and I keep saying in all these videos like, "Oh yeah, well, we're going to get there. We're going to get there at some point. We're going to remodel this thing. It needs its own video." And that's exactly what we did. I wanted to dedicate a whole video just to go over remodeling and how to buy a new house, how to move into a new house, and sort of streamline that process a little bit. So in the next couple of parts, we'll probably go back to more jobs before we really start renovating the whole house and going from there. I try to sneak little renovations in between jobs, such as like, oh yeah, we got to paint the walls, we got to knock down these walls, stuff like that. But in this case, I'm just like meh, just meh. Because again, the first office is not the best place. And as you can see, we have everything visible on the map. I think the moles are highlighted in red somewhere on this map. That's what I was just honestly trying to figure out. And yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, to be honest. Because I haven't encountered a mole, thank God, on any of these renovation projects or builds or remodels, whatever the case might be. And yeah, so that was pretty much what we did on the exterior. We didn't spend much time in the interior, just because like there wasn't that much to really work with. The new places you'll see starting in the next little segment of this episode, it has character to it. But we sort of just go through a quick little tour of this little place. And the next house that we go into, it is twice this size. Like we actually have a full bathroom, a full kitchen, a full bedroom. It's great. It's wonderful. But yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about when I chose this blue, but I thought it really popped out. And I felt like we needed something bright and colorful to sort of, contrast the halfway depressing outside. So yeah, I was like, why can't I change the outside? And then I realized, oh, we didn't get to paneling and tiling yet. But we should be in the next few jobs, I think. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, my goal is to hopefully get maybe one or two jobs done per episode if I can. If it's a longer one like the student house, then it's going to go into multiple parts. But we're trying to knock out these jobs as much as possible so we can spend more time just hanging out and building and renovating and flipping houses and all that fun stuff. And so that's where we're going. I hope you all have been enjoying this series so far. I really have enjoyed myself as well. I play this off screen for hours at a time because it's relaxing, it's fun, it allows me to be creative. And I think we all need a game like that where it's like relaxing and you get to be creative because sometimes there aren't many outlets for us that are genuinely creative people. And I think video games can be one of those outlets. That's just my opinion. But yeah, we're finally finishing up painting with this really cool aqua tealish sort of color. I just really love this color. I really do. And I think it really just helps everything pop out together. I still wasn't sold on the doors when I was done with this, but I mean, it counts, right? Right. And yeah, we're pretty much almost done painting. Yeah, we're done painting. And so now we're just finishing everything. We're getting a new desk. We're putting in a kitchenette. Yeah, we have a kitchenette. So it's just like a gas burner. It has like a little end bit where you could actually have a couple chairs. It has a double sink, which is really nice. And then I include some plants just to have a little bit of decorative stuff. And right here, I'm trying to figure out which chair is going to work. And yeah, the chairs are really tough to sort of configure in this game. So I think with chairs, I low key quit. And you can see I'm trying. It didn't work. And then I end up putting a single bed in here too. And the single bed kind of meshes well with the kitchen. And I really like um, the different little kitchenettes. I really like this one because it's sort of like you get enough space to really do stuff with, especially if you're in a small space like this. But yeah, we're finishing up the renovations pretty shortly, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I think there's like less than a minute left to go in this. So right now we're just placing some chairs, replacing a bed, and just finishing up the little touches. We include a couple of ferns, so that way we have a little bit of greenery as if we don't have enough greenery on the outside. But yeah, I wanted to do something different for this video, so I recorded in like 3 separate chunks before sort of piecing it together, and I really hope that you enjoy it because I had a lot of fun renovating this, and I have a lot of fun with this Let's Play. I have a lot of fun with my Sims one as well, but I mean, House Flipper, I mean, again, it's one of those timeliness things where it's like, oh, there's new DLC, sign me up. And I heard The Sims might have new DLC too coming out soon, which I'm really, really excited about. So we're gonna get like, I think 350 new swatches soon, but I'm hearing word of a possible expansion or game pack coming soon. I'm really stoked about that. So yeah, after this, we're gonna just do a quick little house tour and then finish the rest of the video. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed that really quick speed build. Most of it was more or less doing the outside stuff, so gardening, installing, all of that fun stuff. Obviously, we didn't get all the yard work done, but I think we've made a significant amount of progress, and I wanted to buy our first house before the end of this part because, quite frankly, I just want to move into the next house as soon as possible. And so here's a quick little tour because I figured it's pretty decent to you can just see the before and after. It's a big just improvement in general. We got some plants. We have a little kitchenette almost. We don't have a fridge, but we do have a little tiny seating area right there. There's a double sink. There's a couple plants right there. There's a stove. There's a single bed back there. Then there's our little desk area. Again, I wanted to brighten it up quite a bit in here because it was getting depressing. And I really love how the bathroom turned out especially. So we're going to go into the bathroom. So yeah, we don't have a shower in here anymore. However, we do have a toilet, we have a sink, we have a mirror, and we have a little washer. Again, I wanted to keep it light and bright as possible. Probably could have did different colors with the doors, but it's fine. And yeah, I wanted to show you that really quickly before we move into our next little house. I think we're just going to start with the first house. I feel like that's definitely very fair. Again, we only used a few $1,000, yeah, a few $1,000s. I'm used to saying simoleons because the other Let's Play. So yeah, the next house has about twice as much space as this one that we have right now. It's just called the Abandoned House. And it's for $31,000, so we'll still have at least $20,000 left, which is really good. And so the reason I didn't upgrade the outside in terms of paneling is that we don't have that yet. So my goal is to just move into this house. We'll just plant a desk, and we will plant the laptop there, and I'll show you all how to do that in just a second. And then starting from the next part, we're going to go back to building and doing our little odd jobs, and those little jobs, the one that we get the paneling in, I believe comes up very, very soon. I'm not 100% certain. Pretty sure it's the extra bathroom one, but I could be wrong about that. So those are the jobs that we have lined up coming up soon. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and buy the abandoned house. A house from the 1950s with the original layout of the rooms for general renovation, a large plot. Here are the screenshots or the pictures once again. So in the next part, we're going to start cleaning up this house. You bought a new house. Do you want to go there now? If you prefer to stay in the office, you can always go to the new house using the gate. And from the exterior, Oh, so this is the part where we can start flipping the houses in real time. We're going to get a lot of these odd jobs knocked out before we start going into this part, which is where we're flipping and selling right away. But this is still really good to know. Buyers. On the left, you can see thumbnails of the buyers. From time to time, they will comment on your actions. Pay attention, especially to those on the top. The higher they are, the more they are willing to pay for this house. And so we're just going to do a quick little tour. Oh, okay. I guess we can do gardening contests. All right. So again, this is the garden area. Oh, delightful. So yeah, this is a big garden, and we're gonna do a quick little house tour. Hopefully, if we can. Oh Jesus, this is gonna be a mess to clean up. So yeah, for right now, so I'm gonna guess this is the living room area. Yeah, this is the living room area. This is a bedroom. As you can see, there's just a ton of crap everywhere, but we're going to make this thing work. Right, right. And then this is a bathroom. No, no, that's the bathroom. This is a kitchenette, which we might knock down those walls. That way we open it up a little bit in here. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and just clean up all this craziness out here. Again, my apologies for the longer episode, but I felt like this one was worth doing. And dedicating a little bit of a longer episode too. And I think we got a significant amount of progress made, even if we didn't do any of the jobs, so that's just exciting in general. But yeah, we're just gonna clean this room for right now. And we're gonna stick in a... Oh yeah, so anywhere there's moles on the map, that's going to be in that red circle, I believe. Anytime there's weeds on the exterior, that's going to be also in black, which I think is a little confusing, but that might just be me being weird. I don't know. But yeah, we're just going to clean up in this room at the very least, so then that way we can just move our office into here, and we'll pick up from here in the next episode, which should be up tomorrow, possibly. I'm not sure, but if not, definitely on Saturday for sure. But yeah, we're just going to clean up as much as we can in this room. That way we can just settle in with our desk. Alright, we're going to get a desk in here. We're going to plop a desk in here. We'll just do classic corner for right now. Alright, so here's how you move into the new office / your new houses. You can do this at any point. You don't have to have all the jobs completed to get to this part. So when you buy your first house, you're going to want to press the escape button, which usually on most keyboards is abbreviated SESC. And you see where it says move office here? You want to press that, and then I'll move the laptop. New office, you just selected a new office. From now on, it is your new office. You only have to select a place for your laptop. And anytime you can move to your old office to sell for a profit. And then I'll just show that really quickly. Again, longer episode, but I felt like this was a good one. So we are now in our new office in the abandoned house, so that's exciting. We have a lot of renovations to do, and we might get to that maybe in the next part. Maybe we'll get a couple more jobs. I think we're going to get a couple more jobs under our belt before we start renovating this place. And yeah, so we're going to go back to our old office so that I can show you all how selling works. And again, as you can see, we doubled our space. We have a full bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, all that stuff. Alright, so we're back at the office really quickly. And all we have to do is sell the house, which you can do by pressing the enter button. If you have the gardening installed, you'll submit garden for contest, and then the other option is just to put the house on auction. I think if you just have the base game or just House Flipper, not the garden pack, you just get the auction option. So yeah, we bought the house for $27,000, which I don't remember happening. Room count, there's 2 rooms. Your budget is 23,000. So we're going to make a little bit of a profit. Not as much, but still something. And then as you can see, it'll give you all the potential buyers, and these people come up so often. And then we have this guy up here, which is really great. So the house cost was 27,000. Renovation only cost us $300. Furniture bought was almost $1,700. Furniture sold was roughly only 600 some odd dollars. And then the house sold for 31,000. Negotiation and all that stuff. I think those skills come up a little bit later once we upgrade. And then the profits 3,464.92. So again, this is our first house that we're selling. So again, we made a lot of progress. And then at the bottom, as you can see, you can refuse the offer, accept the offer, negotiate. Just accept the offer, at least for right now. All right, and we are back at our new office. And then buyers, what's your impression after the first auction? If you would like to check some buyers' details for the next one, I saved your notes about them on the tablet, which is really cool. So we can dive into that really quickly once again. So at the second tab, that's the buyers. And so you get a feel for who each of these households are like and go from there. So these 3 people down at the bottom, the Lone Wolf 37, Ted Erwin, and Maria Kolkowski, I think I pronounced that right. Those 3 come in with the Apocalypse Nuclear sort of DLC. The rest come in with the base game, the Nuclear Pack, or the Apocalypse DLC. I think that's free. But yeah, we have the Johnson family, Chang, Dolan, Trusk, and this is our first one. And then we have all these other crazy folks. They're quirky. Somehow, yeah, these are the 2 old people that kept buying my houses the first time I played this game. That's hysterical. But yeah, they each have their own little personality, so you kind of want to be mindful of that. Generally, the single people are going to want the smaller houses at first, and then obviously, as you get bigger and bigger houses, the families are going to want to go in there. So just as a heads up. But yeah, I just want to thank you all for watching. Again, I'm sorry if this is a longer episode, but I felt like it was needed because we made significant progress. We bought our first house, we sold our first house, and we're making progress. So I think in the next episode, we're going to tackle on some more jobs and work our way to get some more money before we really start to renovate this house. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, follow me on social media, like, comment, all that fun stuff, and I will see you all later. Bye everyone!